Yeah, I asked all the contestants to wear some pattern because I just felt like let's have a little more fun. It doesn't really be a challenge, but just felt like I just wanted to see you guys in some cute patterns. But before we begin, we do have an exciting announcement. Yesterday, the fans were so inspired by our fake auction that we then did a real auction in our post show, and Kat Abood is going to pop on and tell everyone how much we raised for that. So Kat, come on down. If she's here. Oh.
Hi. I'm using Becca's camera. Sorry. Oh, I also wanted my phone. Okay, you don't have to hide. Becca's like hiding her stuff. Okay, hi everybody. How are you?
Hi, Kat.
Hi, Kat.
Hello.
It's nice to see you all. I'm sorry that you've seen my face so many times. But last night, as Kelsey said, we were so excited. We were so excited about the auction. Sorry that my dog's barking. So on Cat Chats, we actually auctioned off some really fun items. We auctioned off a cocktail making class with Maddie Myers. We auctioned off a song from Ben. Carter is making someone a custom. Oh, actually, I won this. I'm really excited about it. He is photoshopping one of my enemies out of a photo that I'm in with them.
Wait, Kat, there's a second part of that. And
he's photoshopping my enemy into a picture to get them in trouble with someone. I don't know who yet. I'm very excited about that. Kelsey is doing a feedback writing session with Becca that Becca bid on. Lisa M is donating so much of her hard-earned money towards the like 3 different prizes. Brittany's making art. Becca's making a painting. All this is to say, we raised over $450 last night, and it was just so much fun. And people have still been Venmoing me donations today, which is just like the most generous and kindest thing that people could do. I've said it on Cat Chats, but just for you guys playing, this show means so much to Becca and me, and the friendships that we've been able to cultivate and the community that we've been able to cultivate during this pandemic has just been such a really big joy for us. And I really appreciate all the time and energy you're all putting into this show. We love you guys so much. We love all the viewers so much. We love Kelsey and Marissa and Carter so much. So thank you for all you do, everybody. And I thought it'd be fun if we could do like a, oh my God, I'm getting more.
Where's the money going? Will the money raised?
Yeah, so I have a bowl here that has some different organizations that people have sent me that we thought would be cool to donate to. So we can kind of like split the money. I was thinking among like 4 different organizations. And I'm gonna pull them out of the bowl right now. So I thought it'd just be like a fun little unveiling. So the first one that we're gonna donate to is Brave Space Alliance here in Chicago. It's a Black and trans-led organization in Chicago, helping out different communities all over the city. The next one is the Queer BIPOC Mental Health Counseling Fund. I believe this is a New York fund, but correct me if I'm wrong, Gabby, because Gabby sent me a lot of these resources. Oh, I think it's actually all over. Oh my gosh, you guys are so generous. Over $500. You're really killing it. Thank you so much, everyone.
All our fans.
What?
Go ahead, Kat.
What'd you say?
I said all of our fans took a page out of Erin's spending book, and we appreciate them for that.
$100.
Thank you so much, you guys. Erin, thank you so much for being a baller, bringing that money. We really appreciate it. The next is the Homeless Black Trans Women Fund. This will go to helping homeless Black trans women in the New York area, and I think also the LA area. The next one, and you know what, since we got over 500, let's do 5 orgs, is Glitz, which is providing housing to Black trans people recently released from Rikers Island and supporting the LGBTQIA community on a global scale. And the last one that we will do is
Mitch McConnell's campaign.
Oh my God. Feeding Black Futures, which is supporting feeding Black mamas and caregivers impacted by incarceration in the LA area. So the money that we've raised, and that if you want to continue to Venmo me, my Venmo handle is @Catabood. I'll be collecting donations all night, all throughout the rest of the show. I promise you that this money will be going to good causes. And thanks so much, everybody.
Thank you, Kat. So now on to our challenge, and it is another favorite of ours. Today we will be doing the spelling bee, the return of the spelling bee. We will not be making any of you do wall sits. This will just be a good old-fashioned spelling bee. You can ask for a definition. You can ask for us to use it in a sentence. It will go by rounds. So kind of similar to when we did that card memorization one. If the last few people standing get out in that round, we would just redo it again. We're gonna go, oh no, that's right. That's how we're gonna do the order. You guys are gonna take that deck of cards, and let me see you hold up that deck of cards. And then if you can just pull a card from it and show me that card, and that's the order we will go in. Okay, let's see. So it's gonna be Deanna first, and then it's gonna be Cam. Oh, Jerry, what is that?
It's a king.
Okay, and then it's Casey, and then Corey, and then it's gonna be Aaron, and last we'll go with Jerry. Before
And me.
Kelsey, did you get Jake?
and Allison, you had a king as well. I'm sorry.
Kelsey, did you get Jake?
Yes.
Jake also has a 4, right?
Yeah, it goes Deanna, Cam, Jake, Casey, Corey, Aaron, Jerry, Allison. What was I gonna ask? Oh, do people have questions before we get into this? Yes, Allison.
Will Canadian spellings be accepted?
Becca, what do you think?
If you can argue the reason like that is not the Canadian spelling, then we will check it quickly just to see if there's a double spelling. Of course,
It's
absolutely.
only just like, it's mainly just added U's, honestly.
Yeah. So I there's none that come to mind that feel very obvious in that way. But if you feel like it has, then let me know and I will double check for sure.
Thank you.
So for this one, Corey has an advantage. That's what he won in the auction last night. And so Corey, you will be able to get out on a word and still remain in. So you can mess up a word and you will remain in. Aaron, who are you going to use your disadvantage on?
I'll use my disadvantage on Cam.
Thank you.
Cam. So that means, Cam, you'll start in a harder category than everyone else will. And so same as last season, I have not seen these words. I don't know what these words are. Becca, would you be so kind as to please send them my way?
Can I ask a question real quick? Are we allowed to like write them down, like to see what that looks like, or do we just have to do it all from our head?
No.
Have you ever been to a
Spelling
spelling
bee
bee?
Okay, everyone. Jesus.
No, you have to do it. You have to do it in the noggin. That's how we do it here. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to see. Becca, where are you sending this?
Why have you all been to spelling bees?
I shared the document with you, so it should have come in on your email.
Oh, my email. Okay, hold on. Guys, you're going to have to bear with, because I am absolutely at my parents' and I am 100% not on my account. So
Can we drink our water?
yeah, the water was just, get yourself ready. Hydrate. It's hot.
everyone.
Kelsey, it's in the Slack. Kelsey, it's in the Slack.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, that would have been smart.
Never been in a spelling bee before, but I was in my geography bee in 7th grade. So I'm hoping it pays off.
Braggart. So always bragging.
Okay, so our first person is going to be Deanna, and actually, to give this word, one of the auction items last night was to be involved with this challenge. So I'm going to have Katie Rosen. Is that how you say your last name, Katie? Katie, pop on.
Yeah.
Turn your video on. We got to see you. Hi.
Although I didn't get the pattern memo, but I am wearing jungle print.
Yeah.
You are. Okay, come on. So, Katie, I'm going to send you the first word
Okay.
directly in this Zoom chat. and it has both the definition and the sentence. Okay, so here I send this to you. Great, there it goes. And you will give Deanna her word.
Okay. The word is stationary. Now, do you want me to read the definition and sentence?
Yeah, I would
She asked
appreciate
for it. Oh, and she
Okay.
asked for it. There you go.
Okay. Stationary, an adjective meaning having a fixed position, not movable. Sex with me is like a stationary bike. Middle-aged women feel great after riding me for 15 minutes.
Thank
like
you, Katie. Round of applause for Katie. It was so worth every penny, I imagine. Okay, Deanna, stationary is your word.
Okay, stationary. STATIONARY.
That is correct. Cam, your first word is questionnaire.
Oh, I hate this already. QUE. Oh, wait. I want to hear it in a sentence just because it's going to be funny. So I'm going to pause.
Okay, question. I'm seeing a pattern here, guys. Here we go. Okay, sex with me is like a questionnaire. I can't even get strangers on the street to do it with me.
Nice. Okay. QUESTIONNAIRE?
That is correct.
Woo.
Okay, Jake, your first word is expiration. Expiration.
Kelsey, could I have that in a sentence?
Want to come to my improv show sometime, said Mark, unaware this question solidified the expiration of his relationship with Sarah. And that's a dig at the improv community, if I've ever heard one.
Expiration, EXPIRATION.
That's correct. Casey, your first word is vessel. Vessel.
Use it in a sentence, please.
I really don't want to use it in a sentence. Please
That's
don't.
That's the rules. That's the rules.
Becca, my parents are outside this door listening.
So then have your dad say the sentence.
Dad, do you want to read the sentence? Okay, come on in here. Oh, it's not so much that I'm embarrassed, it's that I know my face will turn red and I don't want that right now. Okay, so here's the definition, Dad. Go for it.
Casey, your sentence is vessel, a ship or large boat. They used to call me the vessel in college because I was full of semen.
Now you can get out of here.
And her face still turns
That was
red.
amazing.
VESSELL. Vessel.
Oh, that is incorrect. There is one L. I'm sorry, Casey, you are out of this round. Turn your video off. I hope your students are watching and learning how to spell vessel. Okay, next person is going to be Corey. Corey, your word is optimistic.
Can I hear it in a sentence?
Yes, you can. I'm not feeling optimistic about our future, Louise, Randall said as he kindly asked the plumber to put his clothing back on.
Okay. Optimistic. OP. Oh my gosh. TIMISTIC.
That is correct. Okay, Aaron, your word is luncheon. Luncheon.
Luncheon. Can I hear it in a sentence, Kelsey?
Yes, to go to a luncheon is to admit to yourself that nothing else came up to get you out of that luncheon.
Luncheon. And I know the beginning of it very well. And I'll be honest, I will be thinking of the ending. Okay, luncheon, LUNCH. Luncheon. O-E-N? No, that's not right.
No, it's E-O-N. I'm sorry.
E-O-N, god damn it.
Incorrect. Please turn off your camera. You are out of this round. The next will be
Casey.
Jerry. Jerry, your word is meticulous. Meticulous.
Can I hear it in a sentence, please?
Yes. Josephine always seemed like a simple girl, and so it was jarring when her teachers found her notebook filled with meticulous notes of all the dirty things she wanted to do with Cletus, president of the chess club.
Oh, meticulous. METICULOUS.
That is correct. Okay, Allison. Your word is semester, and you don't need it in a sentence.
Okay, this one may be Canadian. But I would like it in a sentence, I think.
No, okay. Sex with me is like a semester. I only come once in the fall and once in the spring.
Semester. SEMESTER.
That is correct. Congratulations. We're all moving on to round 2. Okay. I think I just keep going in order, actually. So
You're going to yellow now. You're going to yellow.
Yeah. But I'm going to go in person order again. Deanna, your word is tambourine. Tambourine.
I guess I want to hear it in a sentence.
Okay, this looks long. I don't know what it says. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, for the love of God, stop playing songs for me. I asked you for a song like 1,000,000 years ago. Dan shouted through his open bedroom window. He slammed the window shut and sat back down on his bed. That's when he looked over and saw there on the pillow a tambourine. Wait a minute, he was the tambourine man all along? And the song, it was his life. Once he stopped playing the tambourine, stopped playing new songs, it would be the end. Dan closed his eyes and braced himself for the journey into the void. God, that's any-worthy, Becca.
That was actually Mary Holland.
Oh, God damn it. Mary, that was great.
All right, tambourine. TAMBOURINE.
That's correct. Okay, Cam. Let me look in the harder one.
Oh, I just stay harder than everyone else the whole time.
Yeah, that's the disadvantage. Let's see.
Jerry, I see that reaction.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, she hates when I go out of order. So wait, Becca, do you want me to stay in the yellow for this or go in red?
I think you should stay in yellow.
I don't think there's enough yellow to be able to do that before them jumping to the next one. So if anything,
great. So then I will just continue. Okay, so obstinate. Your word is obstinate.
Oh, I keep doing this.
You started it. Keep going.
OBSTINATE, obstinate.
Correct. That is correct. Okay, Jake, your word is necessity.
Can I have that in a sentence?
Necessity. Dolores was appreciative that Evelyn snagged the chips and cheese whiz from the nursing home kitchen for their post-doobie chow down, but she was disappointed that she seemingly missed the fact that marmalade was a necessity. What?
Necessity. NETESSITY.
That is correct. Okay, Corey, your word is potpourri. Potpourri.
Oh my God. Oh, can I hear it in a sentence?
Sure. Ooh, I hope Elise Butterfield is watching this because the sentence is, Elise, I want you to get naked, cover yourself in oil, jump into a bed of potpourri, and then let me smell you. And then the response is, no, Sam, you're my accountant. And that's just a little thing for Becca's neighbors right there.
Got it. Potpourri. POPOURIE.
That is incorrect. The spelling is POTPOURRI. However, since you have your advantage, this is your one that you can get wrong, and we will continue
Great.
on. Jerry, your word is, ooh, this is a hard one, pseudonym.
Can I hear it in a sentence?
Okay, pseudonym, a fictitious name, especially one used by an author. Little Sally Blitzcrackers knew that if the rest of the student body found out that she wrote that article in the school newspaper, her popularity would be toast, so she published it under the pseudonym Big Hallie Ritzcrackers.
Pseudonym P.S. E. O. D. O. N-Y-M.
I'm sorry, but that is incorrect. It is P-S-E-U, not O, D-O-N-Y-M. I'm sorry, but you are out. Please turn off your camera. Allison, your word is quandary.
Sentence, please.
Despite being quite sure, oh, I like this. Okay. Despite being quite sure who his favorite child was, Keith pretended to be in a quandary so as to not offend the other one. This is all a fact we know to be true.
Quandary. Q-U-A-N-D-R-Y.
Say it again.
Q-U-A-N-D-R-Y.
Sorry, that is incorrect. It is Q-U-A-N-D-A-R-Y. Please turn off your camera. So we are down to 4. We're moving into the harder words. Okay, the first word is, oh God, Becca, how do you pronounce this word?
Hold on one second.
Zerts? Zerts?
Yeah.
Okay, your word is zerts.
Can I use it in this? Can I hear that in a sentence, please?
Yeah, okay, so zerts is a verb. It means to gulp a beverage down enthusiastically, heartily, and quickly. Ever had one of those nights where you zerts 3 tequila sodas and then squirts your pants?
I can't say that I have, but I'm gonna go for zerts. Z-E-R-T-S.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. It is X-E-R-T-Z.
That feels illegal.
But, so turn your camera off, but we'll see. These words are very hard, so you all might still be in. We don't know. Okay, Becca, how do I pronounce this next word?
Love that.
Logorrhea?
Logorrhea. Oh, that's an L. Okay, great. Cam, your word is logorrhea.
How do you use that in a sentence?
Okay, so logorrhea, and I feel really personally targeted, but it's a noun. It means excessive and often incoherent talkativeness. Cindy wouldn't shut up about having explosive logorrhea.
L-O-G-A-R-I-A.
No, you started off strong and then you really fizzled out there.
Yeah,
L-O-G-O-R-R-H-E-A.
Oh, I should have guessed with the diarrhea joke in the sentence.
You should have. Okay, the next word for Jake is milk toast.
Can I have that in a sentence?
Yes, so milk toast is a noun. It's a timid, unassertive, or apologetic person. And Becca's trying to cause some shit. This is, I, Kelsey Krasnogor, think that Dylan Krasnogor is milk toast.
Wow. Milk toast. M-I-L-Q-U-E-T-O-A-S-T. Milk
That
toast.
is correct. Okay,
Good job.
Corey, your word is albumin. Albumin.
Can I get it in a sentence?
Yes, and I just want to take this moment to educate everyone as well. This is the white part of an egg. So you have your yolk and then you have your albumin. Okay, I knew I had to leave Christopher when his pompous ass ordered an albumin omelet at the diner.
Mm-hmm. Can you spell that for me really quick?
Yeah, totally.
It was worth a shot. Albumin. L-B-U-M-I-N.
Oh, so close. M-E-N. You had it correctly up until there. I'm sorry that you are out. Congratulations, Jake. You have won our Quarantine Island Spelling Bee. You have individual immunity. And I didn't even have to continue doing a lot of these words, which is nice. And most of you probably—
because he got words from Keith? Is that why? It just gave him that extra?
No, my dad did not know what the challenge was, but nice.
No, I just mean the words of encouragement. That's all.
Of encouragement, he said, listen, you are not milk toast, Jake. I want you to know that. That's what he said. We are going into instant banishment, of course. So here we go. You cannot vote for Jake. He is immune. Everyone else, unfortunately, is at risk for going home. You guys know the flow. I'm going to ask some questions. We'll chat for a bit. And then when it comes time, you'll Slack me directly with who you'd like to vote for. So I want to begin with Corey. So Corey, a crazy last banishment ceremony.
Yeah.
How are you feeling leading up to it? Because it was absolutely a risk. You never had any confirmation that the necklace was an idol. So kind of what were your thoughts leading into going into banishment ceremony?
I was very nervous. I spent like probably a good hour kind of panicking and sort of like thinking of every single way that could go wrong, and there are so many that could have gone wrong. Yeah, it was nerve-wracking, but it was my only shot, so I took it.
Oh God, you guys, I really thought I was gonna remember. 0 for 3. Jury, come join us. Hi Charlotte. Hi Cole. Yes, we do miss you, Charlotte. Hi Emily. So Jake, how did you feel when you were watching? I have to be honest, I didn't even focus on anyone else's reactions while Corey and I were having the necklace discussion. I went back today to kind of watch people's reactions. What was your feeling as it was going down?
I mean, like, it was a mix, right? There was like the sinking feeling in your stomach of like, oh no, they had a plan for us all along and something's gonna happen here. And the pure excitement as a fan of the show and this game, of seeing it happen real time in front of me. It was fun.
Sure. And so Cam, how did you feel? Because you were safe, you left. It was a safety without power. And Charlotte was sent home with just 1 vote, but had there been a split of votes, you know, there would have been other risk for someone else having gone home. Had you factored that in at all or no?
I think, I mean, obviously, yes. I felt pretty confident they were going to split on Corey and me. So one of us needed to get out of there, just in case.
Sure. So Jerry, it's pretty even now in terms of old team members, but also we've really seen that not be a factor at all. Do you feel it's a factor anymore, or is it the OG Verdasa and Mora Mora is kind of dead?
I mean, I think it feels like it's still a thing. I don't know, because I mean, it would make sense for Verdasa to stick together given the fact that, you know, 3 of the jury members right now are Verdasa, and they probably know the Verdasa people that are still in this game much more than many of us, because like Aaron and Allison said, they you know, when they were mixed with other Verdasa people, they completely iced them out and didn't form any kind of relationships with them. So
Sure.
it still lingers, but a question of whether or not we'll stick to that is going to be tested tonight.
So Deanna, you know, we did the auction yesterday after banishment, and it was definitely meant to be fun, but there was that kind of, there were a few elements where we don't know what certain players bought. There were secret items. And also at the end, we did see Jerry win and purchase an idol, and we saw 2 people help him get that. Was that new information to you to see Casey and Aaron helping him?
No, I think that was expected to me. They seem like they're still, you know, pretty friendly. And because we were all kind of in a friendly and exciting mood, I personally wasn't like, you know, thinking in a malicious way. So I think they were just trying to help a friend out. And I think that it's not a secret that they're, again, friendly.
Casey, were you worried at all that even though, as Deanna said, it was kind of this fun thing and we were all just, having a good time with it, but it did, we did see you and Aaron help out Jerry. Did that make you nervous at all to do so?
Yeah, I think so, because you never know what someone else's perspective of you is. And when you help out someone, you're kind of putting yourself out there for possible judgment or just for conversations to start about you. And so it is a risk, but it was a risk I was willing to take.
And Aaron, I'll ask you, was there any then discussion of, yes, Jerry purchased the idol, but all three of us kind of have ownership in this idol? No, you gotta unmute.
For it too, I had my hand over it. Okay, we talked about should we just pool some money together? And then no one really said anything, and then I was unsure if that was even happening, and then Jerry said, I'll buy it for $500. And then I was like, well, I'll have to give him money so he can do that. And that was pretty much how it went down. And people already paint us into a box together, so let's give them some more paint.
What do you mean by that?
People just always assume that, the whole time I was with Mora 2.0, I'll call it, people were like, we're worried about your connections to your old team. That was pretty much what I got the whole time. And then I got back and they still weren't, sharing who they were voting with me. So I was definitely pushed back with my old teammates. Definitely.
That's interesting, because in you talking about that, it's almost like they foretold it into happening, right? Because they refused to talk to you and therefore pushed you back to talking to your old teammates.
I truly did almost feel that way. I've had some conversations with both Jake and Deanna, about post our time team, and it was some apologies for just not communicating, which it was totally their prerogative, and I totally understand why they wouldn't want to be viewed as a traitor to their team. But ultimately, yeah, I do think I wonder what could be different if more conversations were entertained or boundaries were pushed. It could be a totally different game right now.
So Allison, you were one of the people who did bid on and win a secret item that is not revealed to anyone. Did you find people coming up to you after trying to suss out what it was?
No, actually not at all.
So do you think in them not doing that, they're not concerned about what you're going to do, or it just was like, she'll tell us if she feels like it?
I can't speak for other people. I don't, I don't know. I don't know why people didn't ask me about it. Maybe it's just because it was a super fun game yesterday and everyone was kind of riding on the high. I can't speak for anyone else, but that made me laugh really hard yesterday. And I was just kind of enjoying it. When we had that other chat about inappropriate television hosts and stuff, it just was it just made it more fun. And we were all chatting about it and stuff. And I'm trying to take those moments and really appreciate them, because this game can be really stressful sometimes. And I like Myers last time when he was I'm just trying to have fun. I'm just I didn't really get it before. I was whatever, it's just a game. But I get it, Myers. I get it now. And I'm sorry I ever questioned that. But yeah, I'm just trying to just really enjoy the experience. And I just wasn't, sometimes I like to try and kind of remove myself from strategy just to kind of enjoy what we're doing.
Sure. Casey, you also won a secret item. Did anyone try and talk to you and find out what that was?
Shockingly, no.
Okay. So we have two blind items that no one is even trying to figure out, which I personally find very fascinating, considering the barrage of slacks you guys send me when you're guessing at clues. And yet you had two things in front of you and chose not to ask anything about it. Okay, that's your game, not mine. Corey, so your name was written down entirely last time, with the exception of the Charlotte vote. I imagine you felt like you had to win this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so how are you feeling because you did not win it?
Like I said last time, I'm trying to take this lightly. It's still disappointing because I had hoped to have another day to sort of knock on doors a little bit more and plan something out. But I knew that when I did that last time that it was a long shot and it was just getting me one more vote further. And so will I be disappointed if it's me? Yeah, totally. But it is what it is. I don't know.
Do you feel that you do have any allies on, within this merged team?
Cam. And then
Cam keeps playing idols only for himself and leaving Banishment, so.
yeah, well, I played one for me, so I feel like we're kind of even. I don't know. I feel like I came back in and sort of I've had conversations with at least everyone and sort of pitched myself and then Cam as sort of a number if people want to make a move, especially because in Survivor 7 is such a big pivotal point in the game, that if somebody wanted to make the move at 8, they would have 2 people to do it. But that does require another 3 people, which is kind of a feat. So yeah, I don't know.
So, Jerry, I have to ask, you bid on an idol, you won an idol. Are you not immediately thinking like, oh, everyone now knows I have this, they're gonna try and flush it, whether it's Aaron using it, Casey using it, or you using it? I mean, it's such a visible item.
It is. Winning that during the advantage was put an immediate target on my back, which is definitely scary, but I guess it's a fun idol, I'll say. That's all.
That's all? No more? Okay.
Nope.
So Jake, we've seen your team, OG Verdasa slowly be like picked off. How important was winning tonight for you?
I mean, very important.
Okay, Jake, I know you changed your Zoom volume and now it's so loud that it blows out my eardrums. So I actually need you to talk slightly quieter.
Wow. Okay. Is this better?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, extremely important. I think especially with the group we were at the end there, I think we all know who the big threats in this game are, and we all know where the next votes need to go. So I think it's very important to keep it out of the hands of Corey and Cam so that they don't pull one of their tricks like last time again, and then any one of us could be vulnerable.
So you're saying they're the big threats?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Deanna, do you also feel that they're the big threats?
Yeah, I think we've all talked about it, and that's the consensus.
Okay.
I think Corey has proven he's not only a physical threat, and I think we all know Cam can pull anything out of a hat, so they've proven that they are the threats.
So Casey, you guys, again, you and Jerry, been to every banishment. You guys are always here. We've seen your name written down once. I don't believe we've seen Jerry's name written down at all. We get closer to the end, and Jake just talked about these big visible threats. And we're getting closer, so you have to start thinking about, who do I want to be sitting next to? Are you starting to have those thoughts and trying to plan ahead to that? Or is it still just, let me get through each banishment and kind of assess from there?
I feel like it was just day by day until a few days ago. And then it just kind of seems like the end is near, we can see it. And so you want to start working towards that, and you have to have some sort of a plan, because if you just do it day by day, it's not going to work, because so many things can change. Like, we've seen it so many times in this season already. And so I think like you have to plan ahead in order to have any kind of goal.
Mm-hmm. So it is interesting though, because yes, I hear you guys calling Corey and Cam big visible threats, but also sometimes there's this thing that develops in the game where people grow resentful over that, and then they're just not going to get any votes in the end. So it's almost like, don't you want to keep those visible threats with you till the end? Aaron, is that something you're thinking about at all, or not really?
For me, I'm thinking about who's working with me, who's talking to me. Corey said he's like pitched to everyone today, kind of to work with them, but they didn't pitch me. Cam and Corey both had delightful little conversations with me, and but not about the game. So for me, getting out the big threats is definitely a priority because I don't know if I'll be able to get to the end if they're still in the game.
And Cam, how do you feel hearing, yours and Corey's names be called visible threats? Because honestly, to be very straightforward, part of that is your own doing in playing all those idols, right? Like that's how you created that perception.
Yeah. I mean, I was backed into a corner on Verdasta 2.0, and I think that, Corey, Gray, and I were backed into a corner. We had no way of getting out. Only one of us was ever going to survive that. Even, honestly, it should have been 0 of us, but there's a lot that I don't understand, so whatever. I think that I did what I had to do. I also have not had much success with the riddle since then, much to Kelsey's joy, whatever. So yeah, I don't know. We're visible threats. We're kind of like shields protecting everybody else who's being quiet and not really making moves. So I'm just like, part of what happened yesterday was everyone, and Charlotte said it. Sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to like say Charlotte's name, but it's just like, why aren't people playing harder? What are y'all doing? Like, I'm going to be on the jury in a second and then not want to vote for any of you. That sucks.
So, you do bring up something really interesting, which I think is so accurate, is you did build this perception in the first part of the game. And post-merge, we haven't seen you winning challenges. I haven't seen you, you played something yesterday, but I really haven't seen you play idols. And it can be hard. Are you finding it hard to course correct kind of that perception you built up in the beginning of the game, and now we're in this latter part of the game, and it's like, people can have you painted as a picture now?
Yeah, I think it's funny. Like a lot of these folks don't really know me that well. We haven't like had a lot of one-on-one time. So the only perception that anybody has is what I did at those banishment ceremonies and what they've seen me do in challenges, which usually I do okay, but I don't win. So that sucks.
Okay, so with that, it is time to vote. When I say your name, you're going to Slack me directly with who you'd like to vote for. We're going to begin with Corey. Okay, Deanna. I almost said Cole, and that was wrong. Allison? Cam? Jake? Aaron? Casey? And Jerry? Okay, I'm gonna count the votes. Okay, now before I read the votes, does anyone have an idol that they would like to play? If so, now would be the time.
Hey, Kelsey, I'd love to free the nipple. I'd like to play this immunity on myself.
That is a hidden idol. Any votes for Jerry will not count. I'll ask that you all pull out your phone lights. Also, that was painted by our own Becca Barish. Okay, first vote, Jerry does not count. Second vote, Jerry does not count. Third vote, Jerry does not count. Fourth vote, Jerry does not count. Fifth vote, Corey, that's 1 for Corey. Second vote, Corey, that's 2 for Corey. Third vote, Corey, that's 3 for Corey. And the last vote and fourth person of the jury is Corey. Corey, I'm sorry, but you have been banished from the island a second time. Is there anything you would like to say before joining the jury? You have to unmute, you have to unmute, you have to unmute.
Like I said, like if it was gonna be me, it was gonna be me. And I came in to play and have a good time and try to make big swings. Tried one here, did not work. But it was a great time, and I look forward to enjoying how it all plays out.
Well, thank you, Corey. We appreciate you for coming back. Volume 2, 2.0, Corey, was very enjoyable. I will never forget the necklace. It is an iconic moment we will never forget. Thank you for being here. Have a good night, everybody. Make sure you tune in to the post show on Instagram. Otherwise, tomorrow we'll be back at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for a challenge. Bye, guys. Have a good night.